can see it, but hey, let's move the box around so everyone could see. I think that's, picture says 1,000 words. Yes. Ms. Damoff, please.
Thank you, Sharon Damoff, Mukilteo. I'll just note that one of those pictures that was up there, it did show a thing that says equity in reality, and that kind of fits with some thoughts I had to say here. And that is that even if you say the goal is not equal outcomes, that often by default becomes the measure, because you're like, okay, we need to see. So that becomes your measure. So that's so many times you look at outcomes and you say, if outcomes aren't equal, we've got a problem. And trying to ensure equal outcomes in reality often results in pulling everyone down. And that's what that one little panel did show with that, because not everyone can excel in everything. And so those who do excel in something have to be pulled down to not have such disparate outcomes. And we see this in the recent example of the 17 and counting Virginia schools who did not notify their national merit students that they had received that award because they didn't want to make the other students look bad or feel bad. So they refused to recognize excellence in students. We see it in the Asian students who are being discriminated against in college admissions at top institutions across the country, even though they have higher scores. Some universities are discontinuing SAT and ACT scores because they can't stand the idea of unequal outcomes. So the fact is that human beings have different skills, abilities, interests, different levels of ambition, perseverance, willingness to work hard. And if outcomes become the measure, everyone of necessity will be pulled down. And the majority of people will not be doing their best, will not be living up to their full potential, and society as a whole will suffer from being deprived of the excellent, creative, productive, even life-saving work those people could have been doing. The goal should be to ensure equal opportunity, to ensure a fair framework where all people can do their best and make of their lives what they want. And so that's sort of what Commissioner Sanjvi was saying about it's somewhere in between, that you have to take into account our different abilities, our different level of perseverance, our different amount of work. You can't just look at the outcomes and say, uh-oh, we see disparity. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Demo. Okay. Any other comments regarding that discussion? Yes, Mr. Moore.
Jason Moore, Mukilteo. Oh, Ms. Damoff, you make it too hard to go after sometimes. Real simply, what Ms. Damoff was just explaining is all men are created equal under the law by their creators. That doesn't mean monitor results, check statistics. Are we looking to solve a problem, or are we looking for a problem to solve? I just think about Charlie Panzarewski, God bless him, he's not here with us anymore, but that was one of the questions that he asked when this commission was being set up back, years ago. He asked, where is the problems in Mukilteo that is required solutions like the solutions that DEI proposed to solve these problems that sometimes don't even exist in the community. There was my position is this DEI committee, not just this one, but many others are irrelevant because we know that everybody is created equal. We know that everybody should be treated fairly. And we know that some people need help. Am I against helping people? No, I'm not against helping people. I'm against prescribed solutions like Ms. Damoff was explaining. That is not equal and that is not lawful. These types of committees are borderline conducting illegal activity that's against the law. And if it continues, then the citizens and the residents will hold these types of activities accountable by the law. Equity, the problem with equity is who decides what is equitable. We know what is equal. We know what is fair. How do you describe what is equitable? Who gets to make that decision? Does this committee make that decision? Does the mayor make that decision? What if the solution to these boxes is, instead of giving all the boxes to the little person so they can see over the fence, what if the solution becomes to cut the tall guy's legs off? Would you agree with that? Is that equitable? Who's to say that this is not some solution that would come up in the future as a result of equity? Thank you.